Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Mark Hurt, Senior Software Consultant with Mirabel Technologies. And I want to welcome all of our newspaper manager, magazine manager, and marketing manager clients on the call today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to invest an hour in your software and use of your software. Man, things have been really, really busy here at Mirabel this whole year. We've been rolling out significant changes. We've been building, frequently requested features and tools and continuing to build more. And today's webinar is all about some of the new things, year-end, kind of recapping what we've done for the year and exploring, giving you a demonstration. This is not a training today. This is a demonstration to get you excited and get you interested in various features that we're going to cover today. You will want to reach out to your software consultant to dig in deeper and to get a lot of the details that I'm going to omit in some of this. We're just going to look at some high-level stuff and everything else. Remember, as a participant, you are in listen-only mode, and we do have staff stand by to answer live questions. So if you have a question about what I'm talking about at any point during the webinar, please send those questions through the chat dialog here in the GoToWebinar in your participants control panel there. And again, we do request that you please keep the questions limited to the topics that are covered on today's webinar. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at one of the first things, some updates that we've had recently. Now, if you've recently converted or about to be converted to the new version of Magazine or Newspaper Manager, today's got to be really good too, just to give you kind of a high-level look and feel of what's going on with the new software, with the new version. One of the first brand new things that are coming out, this brand new thing that's going to be coming out this Friday, we have a release coming out this Friday that is going to have what we call a contact worksheet. Now, what the contact worksheet is basically a kind of a printout of all of the sections and all the data within all of the sections in the contact record so that you can print it or email it to yourself, so that when you're in the field and are on call with clients, you have their account information in hand if you don't have access to Magazine Manager while in the field. So let's go ahead and use our quick search up here in the upper right-hand corner. We're going to use the quick search to look for a company record. Let's look up the Magazine Manager as our company record. And so we see it on the drop-down, we click it, and we jump straight to the Magazine Manager company record. Now, one of the great things about the new feature, right away I'll look at this double head up in the right, red versus green. Red means stop, green means go. So as soon as I see this red head, I know without looking anywhere else that this is an account that used to advertise with us but are no longer advertising. They're an expired account. So we want to go ahead and schedule an appointment with Phil and go out and see him. In preparation of going out to see Phil, it'd be nice to have all of this contact information and everything that is set up on the account kind of to take with me. So, and again, this feature is coming out this coming Friday. It is not here yet, but it will be coming out this Friday. And so what you're going to do is you're going to use the Actions panel here on the left-hand side in the company record, and you'll find a new option here called Contact Worksheet. Now, when you request the Contact Worksheet, you can view it, you can print it, or you can email it to the email address, your email address. As you're currently logged in, we're going to pre-populate your email address. But if you need to update that and send that to a different email address, go ahead and do so. And I want to email this to myself, so because I've got my smartphone with me in the field at the client, and I can at least just look on my smartphone and refer to the information or print it. So I'm going to email it, and I'm going to show you here in just a second. You get a confirmation the email was successfully sent, but let's take a look. Let's preview and look at what this contact worksheet looks like. All right, so here it is. I mean, this is all of the information. They have a social media, Facebook link identified, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever data we have there, we're going to present for you. All the information about category, priority, things like that. And as we scroll on down the page here, let me get my little thing out of the way here, okay. As we scroll down the page, we're going to see more information here, all the contacts and their contact information listed on the account, any information in the company and account info section, your custom fields, and their values are going to be listed in here. Contact information, again, custom fields or system standard fields you'll see. We have a billing address, primary address, as well as an agency address set up on this account. We even have some opportunities, sales pipeline opportunities on the account. We see that here as well on the contact worksheet. These are all the proposals year over year, all the orders year over year. This is, again, basically just a printed version of the account record. These are open invoices they have. So you have all of this data, all this intel ready to take with you out into the field if you don't have access to that Magazine Manager system while you're in the field. And these are those billing and financials. This is all of those different areas here within here that we actually see on that printed. So look forward to this coming Friday. We usually do the update, I think, Friday night over the weekend, so it'll probably be the following Monday, a week from yesterday, that you're going to see this new feature available to you. We're really excited about this because this is something that's been requested for a long time, and we're now providing that solution for you guys, okay? Let's take a look at opportunities. There's an updated opportunities interface. Now, if you've never seen or heard about this before, the opportunities, this is our sales pipeline management tool that we've never had before, that we've introduced here in with the new version, 2017 version of Magazine Manager. Now, think about the way you want to use the opportunities. Every one of your sales professional on staff, they all know what their sales pipeline is. They all have it organized, pardon me, in their own way. They have them, separate, likely outside of the system. And so to get all operational business and all information inside Magazine Manager, you definitely want to have your sales staff introduce and include their sales pipeline into Magazine Manager so that you guys can evaluate it and report it in a consistent manner. In order to add a new opportunity to the account, we're going to press the Add button, and we're going to go in here and populate our opportunity. Now, the opportunity, you're going to be working with someone at that company. So who are we working with on this particular opportunity? Well, I'm going to try to grow their business on the digital side of the house. They've been excellent print customers forever, but I now want to grow them into digital. And I work with Hank. I work with Hank on digital orders. So he's going to be my contact name for this opportunity. Now, you want to give your opportunity a friendly name because this opportunity will appear on an opportunities report in line like a run sheet, opportunities run sheet with everything. And so you want to have a nice little name here. So I'm going to call this the 2018 Q1 Digital Ad Campaign. Okay. So this is my friendly name or description of the opportunity. What stage are we in with our sales pipeline? Now, your administrators can customize your stages, and you guys can make the system align the stages of the sales pipeline as opportunities to match your individual sales pipeline stages. And you can give a percent to close. If you've had the first meeting, we're 10% of the way there. We've qualified them, whatever that means to you. If you want to use what we have out of the box, that qualification puts us a quarter of the way there. Now we're meeting with them, talking with them, emailing, corresponding with them about the details of the deal, 65% of the way there. And then finally, when you create a proposal or that contract document within Magazine and Newspaper Manager, remember, the proposal is the contract document to sign. So if we're sending out that proposal, that contract document, we're 85% of the way there. And then finally, once that opportunity closes, it's 100% and it drops off the open active opportunities list. So I'm going to say we're already in the meetings phases. I've already been talking with Hank about this opportunity, and it looks like we're going to shoot for about $2,500 in digital ad sales. Because I want it to be running in the Q1 2018, I'm going to pick a target close date for the sales opportunity. And I want to close this out by mid-January because I want them, this is my absolute drop dead date. I want this thing resolved one way or the other. Now, if you want to tie the opportunity to a specific product, you do not have to, but if you want to, you can pick the product, ABC Online. I want this opportunity to go towards this product or business unit group of products that might be all digital. If you guys have the business unit, again, is a custom collection of products that your admins can glue together to treat, all print products, all digital products, etc. Okay. So we have that. Now, what is the type of opportunity? This is another list that you can customize. So is this a new business opportunity, a referral opportunity? Maybe they're an event attendee, and you can add other opportunities like on some other ones I've been hearing lately are a competitive opportunity where you guys flip through magazines or flip through websites of your competitors and you see your targeted advertiser in a competitor, that you can mark this and create an opportunity type called competitive opportunity. So this is going to be new digital business. I'm just going to call it a new opportunity. Now, the final drop-down list for whatever reason down the road in the sales pipeline, if you lose this opportunity, you can customize why you lost it. Budgeting, not a good fit, went with competitor, maybe timing. Or another one I've seen or heard people talk about is lack of results. No, we're not going to renew with you. We're not going to keep advertising with you because we're not getting the results. So sales managers and publishers, think about, as you want to quantify, analyze, and be able to report on your sales pipeline, think about the loss reasons, why you want to track, the type of opportunities, the way you want to track them, and then the stages of your opportunities, and you can go in and customize these. For the administrators on the call, I'm going to show you in just a second where to go to customize those. But that's it. That's really all I need, this high-level information for the sales pipeline. Now, when I add my opportunities and when I log in and I'm looking at not my activity dashboard, but if I'm a sales professional, I'm really using the sales dashboard. On my sales dashboard, I'm going to see my opportunities here. The next one to close, a list of opportunities listed out here, along with all of my scheduled callbacks and meetings. Now, guys, treat this dashboard as a high level. This is a high-level overview of what my day, what my business, what my world looks like, but you don't want to actually use this to work your calls or work your meetings or work your opportunities. This is a high-level snapshot of your business, okay? Now, as you work through that opportunity, let's go back over to our magazine manager, and you move from the meeting stage down to the proposal stage. You just update that opportunity there to keep these opportunities in line with where they are in the sales pipeline. Now, anytime you change this, let's say now that we're at the proposal stage, we initially wanted to try to close the deal for $2,500, but after really meeting, talking with our customer, looks like we're actually going to get more around $3,500. So I'm going to update the opportunity amount and save that update, okay? We are tracking for you an audit trail of all opportunities. So if I were to open and edit this opportunity, down at the bottom now I have an opportunity history. So if I look into the history, I can kind of tell how things have been moving through this. Now, because we're on the .net site, the history is not tracking, but if we were doing this on the .com site, you would see where we updated from qualification to meeting, or we updated from the amounts. Oh, I chose the wrong one. I'm sorry. Let's look at this one. I thought we have the history. We do. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so my bad. We updated the opportunity from the meeting to the proposal stage, and we updated the values. So anytime after an initial opportunity is created, we are going to track every single change to that opportunity, date and time, who did it, and give you an audit trail for that opportunity history. Now, for opportunity reporting, we've got a report in the report suite, the opportunities report, and this is a really fantastic report as far as looking at comparing, where things are, in date ranges. Maybe I want to find everybody within a certain meeting, and I want to find everybody in the meeting phase equal to, or I want to find everybody on or before the meeting phase. So that will pull back every opportunity, meeting, qualification, or first meeting. Or I might want to find out who all is on a meeting and after. Show me all our open active opportunities that are meeting phase and after. So that will pull my meetings, my proposals, and my closes. All right, so this is a really nice, logical way to take a look at this. Then, of course, you can go look at your opportunity types. If I were a sales rep and I'm looking at this thing, I'm going to reset the thing here. If I'm a sales rep, I'm in the month of December, even though this opportunity is for January. Let's say I'm starting the month of January, and I want to find all of my January opportunities that I've got an opportunity date to close here. As a sales rep, I'm focusing on this list. These are my opportunities in the current month that I'm trying to work. So you've got a lot of very robust reporting and analytical reporting, as well as transactional reporting of all the open opportunities. And again, here, look at that actions panel. I always take every opportunity to remind everybody with the new interface, look for these actions panels everywhere. They're all over the place. And that means there's more stuff going back on over here. I can export this report, or I can print this report if I wanted to. Go back and refine my search and do more searches. So opportunities, this is now your structured sales pipeline management system that you can do within Magazine Manager to get everybody consistently tracking the sales pipeline so that you can, at a very high level or at a very detailed level, at the rep level, be able to find all the reporting and activity on opportunities. Okay. That's going to be that. Now, looking at some new versions of some reports, we've got some new versions of some AR reports and sales comparison reports. Let's take a moment to explore some of those. All right, so under reports, we'll go to accounts receivable. Your AR aging summary and detail have been removed and replaced with, and some of you found this out, that it's actually, we don't have a separate aging detail report. We actually have the AR aging new report. And in this one report, again, look for that actions panel. There it is. And in this report, this is our summary or details or for reconciliation. Now, your AR aging summary is just that. It summarizes your aging. All the rows are going to be your accounts with open aging, and all the columns are going to be the buckets. So this is my AR aging summary. If I wanted this AR aging detail, I'm going to go with details, go back over to search and search again. And this time, I've got all the details of the open invoices grouped by current. Who all's current? They're all in there. Then on my 1 to 30s, all the individual details versus summary. So that's where you get the details. And then for the reconciliation, what you want to keep in mind here, the difference, what is this reconciliation thing all about? This aging report is an as of date. All transactions that are dated as of the date, all invoices, all payments as of today's date, that is the current aging. But for reconciliation, we actually ignore the date, and we find all of your aging transactional history, even if they're post-dated, invoices that are post-dated, payments post-dated. Boo, bad thing. Don't ever get in the business of doing that. But if you do, we also include everything that are post-dated invoices and payments. So keep in mind your AR aging report, the summary, detail, and AR aging reconciliation have all been confined into this one report. Now, we are planning on doing the same thing with your transactions report. Now, notice we've got transactions by product, by business unit, all these different transactions. We are rebuilding that. It hasn't come out yet, but look out for it. When all these different various transaction report flavors that you're used to using all of a sudden go away, and you now have a new transactions report, it's going to be structured very similar to this. So on that new transactions report, look for the actions panel and do your different transactional options over here, or some of those options are going to be built in with the main report itself, but that's one that's coming really soon. Now, the annual revenue stats report, I personally love this report. This annual stats revenue report, this is what I like to call the ranking report. In 2017, rank all my companies, highest spenders down to lowest. So here we are, 2017. By percentage of spent, here's my top 5, my top 10, my top 20 advertisers. Maybe I want to rank it by category. Show me all of my industries. Rank my industries for me. Whoop, my automotive industry, advertising, cars, technologies, airlines. This is a ranking of industries that are spending dollars with us advertising. And then you could also rank all of these other things. If I'm a sales rep and I'm spending time in the field, I'm going to do a ranking by zip code, because I'm going to spend a whole lot of time in these zip codes where we have a whole lot of advertisers in those zip codes, perhaps. Okay, so rank these various things. Look at this, got an actions panel over here, print, export the report. Okay, so that is the beefed up and newly redesigned annual revenue stats report. Got there, that there for you. Oh, the other thing on the annual revenue stats report, it's under sales, reports, sales, and it's the annual revenue stats. You can now also run this by business unit, where we could not run this before. So if you want to run it by a particular product or business unit, you can run these same stats even by product or groups of products. Okay. The old annual revenue stats report did not include revenue from products that were not on a publication schedule. This new annual revenue stats report pulls out insertion orders for all products, regardless if they're on a publication schedule or not, okay? So cash and barter, or cash only, barter only. This is an update in addition to this report. So if you're not using it, definitely something worth your time. Take a look at, and you'll be happy with it for sure. Another updated sales report that we have is the order comparison report. Okay, so let's go take a look at our order comparison. Issue sales comparisons, I think that's the old one. Hang on a second. Find the contract expirations report is also a new report that you can. And I'm just, giving you some redesigned stuff that you actions panel over here. What are we doing with it? Print, email, etc. But maybe if I want to find a contract expirations, I mean, look at this email. My goodness. If we had Campaigner or MailChimp integrated, look at what you could do here. This is one of many ways to do things. But I could say, show me everybody who's expiring at the end of December, all business unit, all products, all reps. If I'm a rep, I'll pull it from my accounts, of course, search. And these are all the accounts that are expiring at the end of this month. And this is the company and the product in which they're expiring, etc. So if I wanted to select all here and blast out a renewal email, you could definitely do that. Again, guys, this is not a training. This is an overview, high-level thing. If you'd like more details about how to leverage some of these things I'm talking about, use your free training that we have. We give everybody at least 4 hours of free training consulting. I have almost 300 accounts that I'm a consultant for, and of my 300, I've got a lot of accounts who've never used free training with me. So please reach out to your software consultant. Check on your free training balance. Make sure you got time. Use it before the end of the year, because if you don't use it, you lose it. But the next day, January 1st, everybody gets a brand new fresh set of training time. So definitely take advantage of that, okay? We have a batch update tool. Now this batch update tool, if you guys don't already have it or haven't looked at it, this is your solution for, oh my gosh, these guys have 35 line items for the year, and the production contact is left. And that means now, before this batch update tool, you used to have to go in every line item and update the production contact, or every line item and update the insertion order contract rep on that. Well, now with the new batch order update tool, it's going to be here under tools, batch order update. And let's just walk through a scenario or two. With the batch order update, I want to find all orders for Hertz School of Excellence. All right, I've got a company, Hertz School of Excellence. I'm going to find all the orders for this, and I'm going to pretend, of course, they're none there. Let me get rid of this guy here. Try that again. There we go. That's a terrible example because there's one, but hey, if there are 30 of them, what you can do is select all, pop open the actions panel. There it is again. And come in here and update. Now, take a look at the red warning. Red warnings are always, oh my gosh, what's going on here? Guys, there is no undo button. That's the biggest warning right here. Whatever you do, there's not an undo. So what this is telling you is that before you go batch updating anything, export this list first, because if you've got to roll it back, you're going to have to create a tech support ticket, attach the exported list of the before, so that the data team can go back and reset the values to what they were before. So make sure administrators and any user, publishers, if you're on the phone, reps, you really only want to turn this on for 1 or 2 users in your entire organization. You do not want to have too many people with access to this yet, because of the power and the damage it can do inadvertently. So turn this on for 1 or 2 people, and here's some ways we'll do it. All right, what do I want to update? I want to update order data. What kind of order data can I batch update with all of these line items? The commissioned rep, the production contact, maybe if they're in a special section. All right, what you can batch update is anything that does not affect the price. So what you cannot batch update yet, you cannot batch update the ad size, the frequency, premium position, or color, because those 4 things affect the price. But if you think about your job jacket and all the data fields in the job jacket, you pretty much update almost all of those data fields. So let's say that our production contact has left and I need to batch update this across all line items. I can replace, or I can replace and add, or I can add an additional production contact to the one already here. Mark's left the company, so I want to replace Mark with my new contact, a different username on this. And then you would simply update all of them, and there's your batch update. You batch update that information without having to go line by line by line. Here are all of your various fields in the job jacket that you can batch update. Add done. Of course, you could do that in the Ad Manager too. But anyway, other fields that you can batch update, you can batch add a production note to all of the insertion orders on that. So the batch update's really cool. You have to work with your software consultant to get this thing turned on. Only your software consultant can have access to this. So have your administrator or your point of contact that works with your software consultant reach out and have the consultant kind of have us turn it on for you, work through it with you, and then once it's turned on for you, you have to turn them on individually in the employee editor. This is where you're going to pick per employee. How do we want, we want Kelly to have access to the batch update. So in here in the site settings, there is an option here for you to turn on enable batch update for just the proposal edit, for the order edit, or for both. This is where you're going to turn individual, once your software consultants, turn it on your site. This is where you want to pick one or two people, just a very small group of people, to go in and use that batch order update. Again, you can batch update information that does not affect the price. We are exploring ways to batch update everything, but we're just not quite there yet. But be patient, guys, because we're hard working on it, and we do want to give that to you guys as a solution. Okay. Now, there's another really cool feature part of this batch update called Copy Renew. This is huge. All right, so let's look at this. Let's break it down. I've heard this from all of my clients all the time. All right. For my orders, for my proposals in 2016, One and One Internet ran 11 line items on their proposal 687. All right. So this is everything that they ran. And basically, they just want to renew all of this stuff in 2018 for next year. Man, I wish there was a way to go select all and renew them for 2018 in one big batch. Well, guess what? The batch order update tool is going to allow you to do that. But what it's not going to do is it's not going to result in a proposal, in a new document. But what it will do is create those post-converted order line items. So this is for those advertisers who've advertised with you guys for years and years and years, and you've got this open-ended contract that they're going to be able to run more and more and more. This is your quickest way to renew them for next year too. And this way, I can actually look up the proposal number. All the line items for proposal number 687, I want to batch order update that. So in the batch order update tool, we can search by proposal 687 and search and find all of the line items that belong to 687. Cool? All right, here we go. Now, I want to update all of them. I don't want to update the .com because that one is not on a publication schedule, and this batch copy renew tool is not yet working with products not on the schedule. It's going to be working with products only on a schedule right now, but we are expanding this to include that as well. So I want all of these things that ran in January, February, March, April, May, and 16. I want to renew all of this, everything here for 2018. Find them. Pop open my left side box here, and let's copy or renew all the line items selected. What date do we want to copy and renew for? We're going to copy and renew these starting 1/1/2018 and create one copy. Now, if I created two copies, 1/1/2018, this will push it out 2 years. But I'm going to create one copy of each one of these line items and pick for me the next issue for the January issue, starting with 1/1/2018. So it's going to pick up January 21/2018, February, March, April, May, and we're going to copy. Now, let me show you guys, no magic, smoke and mirrors here. These are my orders. I'm going to refresh this account. I'm going to show you this. I mean, I love the way this works. So right now, if we look at the orders and we expand out these orders, notice on this account, we have no 2018 orders yet. When I do my batch update and I renew them for 2018, everything at one time, copy, renew, well, we're done. That's it. Okay. Now, it even offers you the option to proceed, even if you're going to force somebody. We're looking at inventory. So if you're leveraging that inventory tool that says, you know, hey, if the inside front cover is sold, warn or block any new orders on the inside front cover, we are looking at that when we do these copies, and you can say proceed or not proceed with any individual line item if it breaks inventory. If it's already sold, you can leave this unchecked and not copy it for that premium position sold. Back covers. These are all back covers. So you can optionally tell it, copy it anyway, I don't care, or no. Definitely adhere to inventory. All right. So I'm going to proceed right now, even if it's already sold or inventoried up. Yes, and done. Changes have been applied to the selected orders. Okay, well, let's go back and look at my company record. I need to refresh my order section, so I'm going to refresh it. And now look, magically, and it's not magic, it's really good design. Right here, we now have all of those renewed to the next year. I can hear a few high fives, and I can hear quite a few, oh my gosh, finally it's here. We are planning on doing this at the proposal level eventually, but for right now, we've got it where we at least can get that whole next year within a matter of seconds renewed into the next year. Again, this is not intended for training. This is intended for demonstrating. Work with your consultants to dig deeper and get really good at this, okay? Let's take a look now at the client portal access. What's this portal thing you speak of, all right? So follow me here. Just follow me down a road here. Think about your cell service provider. Think about any service provider you have, your cable, your internet. When you go to that service provider's website, you can sign in as a service recipient, right? So you can sign in, and if you don't have an account to sign in, you can actually create a new access, to my stuff. So we've actually introduced a portal that you guys can turn on, and you have to turn it on right now individually per portal user you want to use it. But this portal, I'm going to show you the back end, and then I'll show you how we get here. So the portal is called portal.mirabeltechnologies.com. This is where your client's going to come, your advertising client, whether they are a billing contact or if they are a production contact. They're going to come here. They're going to be able to log in, and I'm already set up on a couple of different sites, but they're going to log in straight to the site, and they're going to see all open orders where they are a production contact on the order or they're a billing contact on the invoices, and they're going to see from the client side everything else. Now, when we customize this page, I'm gonna as your consultant will teach you how to upload this graphic right here in so that you can brand this portal page with your publisher's logo. So your client knows they're in the right space. This is what I love. Let your clients upload their ad material directly into the job jacket. What? Yeah, take a look at this. Let your clients see public production notes in the job jacket, right? So we go over here, and I've already done little stuff this morning on this, but I'm going to show you again. I'm the client. I'm going in. Hey, my December thing should already be done. How's it looking? I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to look. This is a public production note that was added inside the job jacket magazine manager, visible to your advertiser. This is this is a result of the advertiser uploading their ad material directly in the job jacket and making their note. I'm going to do that again just to show you. Again, befores and afters. All right, that's the 2018 order for that is where am I at here? December 2017 order. So right here, from my orders page, I'm going to go to my December 2017 order for the company Hertz School of Excellence. So let me go to Hertz. Got to go to the right contact record, right? Hertz School of Excellence. Here we go. So we're on the right company, And we're going to go and look at the order history. And this is just my favorite way to kind of jump to the job jacket as a sales rep, as a non-production user. I'm in here in 2017, and here is, yeah, December 2017. So hang on, guys. Hertz School of Excellence. Huh. Somebody has come in here and fiddled with some stuff ever since I set it up this morning. So let me create, let me go to this order, November 2017. Oh, I'm on the .NET site. I'm sorry. I've got to be on the .com site for this one. My apologies, guys. There's so much going in every direction. No excuses. Here we go. Customer orders 2017, December. Here we go. I'm going to jump straight to the job jacket right here. So I'm going to kind of show you how things interact from both ways. First of all, we know from the job jacket, this production contact has portal access. So they're going to be able to see what's going on in here. Now, these are my public, internal, public, and private notes. I'm going to make another internal production note that I don't want to be seen to my client. So I'm going to make sure this is an internal note, and I go save that note. I'm going to make a second external note as I note the production process. This is my second external note made by me, the publisher. Okay, and so now we're going to make that not an internal note, save it as a public note. When I come here and I go back and look at it again, now I have a second external note directly available in the client portal. Inside here, inside Magazine Manager, right now I have one portal note made by my portal user and appropriately stamped as such with the uploaded MailChimp logo. All right, so here's their ad material logo right here. It's uploaded in the job jacket. Click it, get to it. It's going to open it up, and here's the ad material that the client sent to you, right? Well, here's what they did to get it there. They came to the particular product year and issue for what they're running. They've got their ad material. So this is my updated ad per your change request. Okay. They're going to make a note about this file upload, and they're going to go find that file. Let's look at my file types of JPEGs and PNGs. And here's my second logo. It's a credit card logo, let's say, whatever. It's my second ad material. So I'm the client through the portal uploading ad materials directly into the job jacket. Now, we have notifications set up, brand new notifications in the production side of the house, where before we only used to notify inside Magazine Manager when an ad arrived or ad was done. Well, we have created notifications for all of the intermediate steps in between. When an ad first changes, first proof, second changes, second proof, etc. We have all those notifications set up now in the employee editor, and we have a notification that you can turn on per user when your advertiser uploads and has portal activity, right? So now we're inside of here. I just got a notification that my client real time, or I think there's a 10-minute delay, up to 10 minutes, but practically real time. I just got a notification that my client has uploaded their second ad material, second changes. Cool. Let me go to the job jacket, go take a look, and look at that. Here it is. It certainly is here. And here's that note that was added. Here's that second one here, guys. So the portal access is amazing for the production consideration as well as billing consideration. Now before, if you guys are, now here's one caveat to this. You've got to have the integrated credit card processing in order to leverage what I'm about to talk about. And more specifically, 99% of our clients who are on credit card processing is on our legacy gateway, have been with us forever, Plug and Pay. If you have the Plug and Pay gateway, and currently, and you allow your clients to do the invoice self-pay link, right now, kind of a deficiency of that feature is that the self-pay link only allows you to pay one invoice at a time per credit card transaction. Well, with the customer portal, they can actually now select multiple open invoices and pay with one credit card transaction more than one invoice. So they go to pay that invoice, and here we are with all of the open invoices, total payment, I think of, what was it? 20 something, hang on, let me go back. Oh, here it is. $29,500 is the combined value of all of those 3 open invoices. Then they can pay with credit, debit card, card on the file, whatever, put in their payment information, submit the payment, and you're all done. All right. So with the portal, and only with the portal interaction, the portal access, can clients pay multiple invoices with one credit card transaction. Huge, huge thing. All right. So this is what the client interaction is, and this is what it faces them. How do we get our folks access to the portal access? Now Miravel is exploring very diligently a best solution to create a generic link that we will eventually be able to give all of you publishers, where your client, like I went to AT&T.com because they're my service provider for my cell phone, and I clicked the link to sign up for service recipient access. We're gonna wind up figuring out a link that we're gonna be able to give you guys that you can hyperlink to your own corporate website, where you can invite them to log in to look at your invoices, log in to look and promote it and display it however you want on your publisher's website. But right now, you've got to individually add people to the portal access. Administrators, first thing you're going to have to do, come to website setup, come to site-wide defaults, and there's two little things to set it up. Number one, and I believe you guys can turn this on yourself. You don't need your software consultant here to help you out doing that, but come in here and look for the portal, enable portal access. It's going to be right over here, right here, enable portal access for the client. You've got to turn it on for the site first. That's number one. Number two, then you've got to configure and customize your portal. You're going to do that in the company and website setup area, where down here, you're going to put the company brand name, reply email address, reply phone number, and this is where you're going to upload your logo that appears in that upper. This is the logo we use in our portal, right? You're going to put your publisher's logo right here so that you can brand that portal, giving your client a comfort that they're at the right place at the right time. So this is where you're going to finish setting up that portal access. Once the portal access is set up for the site, this is how you give your individual people access to it. And yes, you do have to do it individually. So this also allows you the opportunity to roll it out slowly with some of your trusted advertisers. Hey guys, we got a new portal access. We want you guys to help us out with it, and give them the spiel, give them the sin. Okay, Mark, you want to participate with us? Okay, cool. Hang on a second. I'm going to come to your contact record. So you've got to go to the contact record, whoever's in focus up top here, and out to the left, you're going to expand for the contact record, and you're going to turn on portal access right here. You're not going to see this until your administrator, site administrator, turns it on for the company. Once it's turned on, simply come in here and flip the no to a yes, and this will automatically trigger an email out to your contact, and your contact's going to receive an email from Miravel Technologies, your service provider. So that's going to be that conversation. All right, now this email's not coming from us. It's coming from, our company, our software company. And Mark, you're going to set up a password. And you'll talk them through it. But, guys, we're service recipients. We're in the digital age, in the internet age. If we need to log in for our utility account, for our power company or any of this stuff, we know to go to that website. We know to look for this. Your advertisers, most of them, they're going to know that, once it's turned on, they're going to kind of know what this is all about. So they're going to go set up that password to gain access. Now, if that user, let's go back over to the portal. If that user is not a billing or production contact on an order, they're not going to see the orders that belong to them. Mark is a production contact for these orders, so Mark sees it in his portal. If I've got other orders where Mark is not, then you're not going to see that. So we're looking at the production contact at the order. We're looking at the billing contact at the order in order to show what invoices and what orders are available for Job Jacket, production notes, as well as payment of open invoices, okay? So that's that portal access. You got to turn it on per person. And if I had other people on my company, I don't have any additional contacts. Let me go see if I can find another contact real quick. But you guys can follow me here, right? You've got to turn it on for each person. All right, let me go look here. All right, one-in-one internet. Okay, we've been using these guys, so cool. So if I wanted to turn on portal access for Joe or for Lorraine, because Lorraine's our billing contact, I have to jump to Lorraine first, contact of focus. Remember, they've got to be up here. And then once they're the contact of focus, go over here, turn on the portal access, set it to yes, and you're going to go in, and that just triggered them right there. That just triggered an email to this person. And if you ever get a portal customer, I forgot what my password is, blah, 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 you're going to have to come in here and send them a resend. This is a resend reset password. When you click this is going to send them out that email again to reset that password, okay? So this portal access, this interaction access is, if you will, 1.0. This is the initial solution, and we are planning to grow this in some really, really helpful ways, okay? So that's the portal access, uploading, stuff like that. Cool. Now, what about, there was one more thing that's not on my sheet that I thought about, I want to talk about. Well, let's talk about the import tool real quick. For those of you who have a reoccurring regular need to import orders, say, for example, some of our newspaper clients, you guys have orders that maybe your classified people fill in and buy classifieds online on a separate website and a separate order entry system. You could export all of those orders from there and import them into Newspaper Manager using our new order import tool. And this is what it is. Again, work with your software consultant for all the details of it. But basically what this allows you to do, it allows you to build an import profile for a reoccurring import you have to do every time. And if you're doing this today, you know as well as I do, every time you've got to import, you've got to remap those fields every time. You've got to redo everything every time. You've got to define that import every single time, okay? With this new import tool, you don't have to. You build it one time, you save it, and you save it as a favorites import, and you just simply pull back up your favorites. It's already got all the import field mapping and everything defined. All you do is point to that latest file, that newest file, and run it through, and it gets imported right in right away, okay? If you guys haven't been over here on the customer search for a while, just want to remind you that this search replaced My List. The My List portion that you want to find are actually here under Save Searches. Back under My List is where you would go to all your callbacks, accounts receivables for accounting team. You use this part to get a call list based on aging buckets. So if your collections team member is not specifically using this, then they are not operating in any kind of efficient way. You want to definitely share this with them and let them do their collections calls based on these lists, open invoices 120 and older. This is a list of people, everybody who's got aging 120 or older. You simply throw this thing in split screen mode, click the first row, have a place right here. And I'm going to say this is Testy. She's a really nice person. Tara, how about that, Tara? Okay, so we've got Tara, and we're calling Tara. Hey, Tara, listen, this is Collection Carl. Yep, I'm trying to call you for money because you owe us money, a lot of old money. Really? What do I owe you? How much do I owe you? Hover right here, hover over. Well, it looks like you've got one invoice at least 120 days past due for $500. If there were a partial payment, you'd see that here, but you've got an invoice, $500. Can you give me money today? Sure, hang on a second. Good, one click right to the pay invoice screen. Got a place to run their credit card right here, put the payment amount, and you're all set. So if your collections department's not utilizing this, reach out to your software consultant. Let us leverage some of your free time, and let's get your folks using this information for free. But as a sales rep, you know what I want to do? I want to go in, and I want to find all of my recently expired advertisers, and I want to blast out an email renewal to them in 15 seconds. All right, so I'm going to reset my search. Of course, I'm going to pick myself as the rep. And I'm going to go to the sales and production data here, information right in here, and I want to find all of my expired advertisers who recently expired. Now, I don't want to pull back accounts that expired in 2013, 2012, whatever. I'm going to find folks, if they've run since June or they've run since January 1st, If they ran this year but are no longer running after today's date, I want to find a list and I want to email them a renewal. Search. 3.5 seconds. I've got 18 accounts right here that have recently advertised who are no longer running. All right, cool. Look, there's that actions panel. Look for it everywhere all the time. What can I do with this list? Well, I can select all and I can blast out a renewal email because I got a renewal template set up here. And I make it come from me, the sales rep, me, the name, and I might even want to put an attachment on this with the media kit, or be creative. Have your design team, your graphic artist, put together a little coupon, and put a coupon on it. Call back with this coupon code and receive, within 2 days and receive an extra 10% off, whatever. Who doesn't love a sale, especially right now, right? So be creative with this, but be an expert with this. I want you guys to know how to use this tool. There's some power in this search that a lot of you are not leveraging. Now, as a manager, I'll be like, all right, I've got 18 accounts who have, who have run this year but are no longer running. All right. I want to know of these accounts, how many haven't been touched? So then I'm going to do this inactivity search. And I'm going to look at company level inactivity. What's the difference in company versus contact level inactivity? Well, the contact level inactivity is going to pull you each and every person that you've not had activity with. I don't care about that. I care about the company. I want to find, after Mirabelle, after you evaluate all the contacts, I'm going to find companies with no contact activity with anybody in the last, since August 1st. They've run since 1/1. They're not running anymore after today. I'm going to find, of these 18 accounts, how many haven't even been touched from a sales point of view since August 1st. Now, what do we consider inactivity? We look at notes, meetings, callbacks, email capture. We look at added, edited, deleted proposals and contracts, things that are sales specific. We ignore. We don't count that auto note for an invoice or something like that. We don't count those automatic notes as activity, but we do count sales activity. So of the 18, let's do a new search to see how many accounts haven't even been touched in that amount since August 1st. And good, all accounts, all activity. This is good news. If I'm a manager, I like this because at least they've been contacted since August 1st. How about since October 1st? Let's get closer to today. Of the 18 accounts, they've all been touched since October 1st. Really? Now that's a little surprising. But anyway, reality is reality. If there are any that haven't been touched in those notes and activities area, all right, cool. I've got 16 who have not been touched since November 1st, but they've all been touched at least in October. So sales reps, if you're on the call, know that you've got some executive team members and managers who can look at this. So don't think about this as a tattletale tool. This is actually a very positive tool. Look at this as I got to get these folks back on my radar. I'm looking for these accounts where I haven't done anything with them. And then there's that results list. If this was my account, I'd do a quick little blast out of an email blast to these folks and say, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. I want to remind you I'm here to service your account. You want to buy more, blah, blah, blah. Your sales conversation. Since it's such a short list and these are all my accounts, I'm a talker. Can you believe it? Yeah, go figure. I like to talk to people. I want to get on that phone and I want to talk to them. So I'm going to put this in split screen mode and I'm going to turn this into a call list, right? So I can efficiently go down, click the first row. Here's all my past notes and activities for this contact. And I've got a phone number right here and I call them. Hey, Diane, this is Andy. Yeah, I noticed that you've expired recently and you're not renewing. You want to renew today? Yeah, okay, good. Thanks. Okay, bye-bye. Add that note. You just created an activity. Go to your next account. Same thing, next account. Hey, Steven, this is Andy talking about selling stuff to you. Okay, cool. And you know what else you can do with this interface when you add that note? You can also update or add missing or incorrect contact information without having to jump over to the company record and do all this stuff. You're efficient right here. You get Andy on the phone and say, you know what, now's not a good time to talk, Andy. This is Steven talking. Not a good time to talk. Can you call me back next week? Andy goes, sure. I'm going to schedule a callback right here next week. How does the 13th sound? Sounds good. Make a little reminder note about the callback, and I've just scheduled my callback for next week. When I schedule my callbacks and I log in, every day I've got callbacks and meetings, stuff like that. I'm in the wrong dashboard. There we go. I have all my notes and meetings. Excuse me, guys, just a moment. I have all my notes and meetings, callbacks and everything that are going to pop up here right in line there. So I've got a callback scheduled for this guy, and work my callbacks. Now, if you guys, speaking of callbacks, always schedule your callbacks just like this. This is huge. Every opportunity I get to talk about this, I do, because this is huge. Every single day you guys come to the company, come into work, there's a list of people you've potentially promised to call back that day. That's a reality of a sales professional. Every single day you come to work, there is a future list of people you must manage so that you don't forget to call them back. Diligently, consistently schedule your callbacks on the call tab here in the company record. Pick your date and time. Oh, and check this out. If you're an organization with sales assistants and you have appointment setters, have your sales assistants come in here, schedule those callbacks for, and assign them to your sales team members. This is brand new in the new feature. You could not assign activities and meetings, calls and meetings to other people before. Well, you can do it now, right? So schedule that callback this way. Make that little reminder, little notes about the callback, because I know now I got to call them back. And 3 months from now, when I'm calling them back, I may forget, right? So there's my callback added to the company record, added, callbacks get scheduled. Okay, fine. Log in. I've got a callback today. Don't try to work it from here. Don't be clicking on anything. Although you can click, it's not going to take you where you want to go. When you want to make your callbacks, when you're sitting down that time of the day, do your power hour calls, go to search. Go to saved searches. Go to my callbacks, today's callbacks. Okay? These are all the callbacks I have scheduled for today, and any past callbacks I've not yet marked complete. Same kind of thing. This is an efficient call list. Here's my first callback. Here we go. I load all my past notes and activities. Here we go. Hey, Mark, this is Mark calling. Had a callback for you today. Sounds good. Add that call note. Schedule a follow-up callback or meeting. Update missing or wrong information. Mark the callback complete. That callback gets marked complete on the activity report now. Administrators, if you've had problems trying to manage accountability, or if you want to see what your team is doing, if they're doing their callbacks the best practice diligent way that I just demonstrated, you can use your activity report and look at activities for your reps, notes, calls, meetings, emails, email capture right here, mass emails, proposals, and cash sales volume. I'm going to look and see what they did last week. I look at the last week date range, last month. Show me all my calls and activities for everybody in my sales or all departments. And this activity report then has the opportunity now to give you some actuals. These are the actual activities, calls, notes, meetings, emails. Now, if you didn't know and talk to your consultants about this, you can put in meeting goals and call goals so that when you look at your goals report, you're going to be able to see all of your actuals against your goals. If your team is looking at their weekly call goals, right here, they're going to see those actuals against the goals. A lot of great stuff, guys. Got 2 minutes left and my voice is shot. So with this, I want to thank everybody for your time and attention today. Reach right out, get on your software consultant's calendar. Let's dig into some of these exciting things that we've got going on, and we've got some more stuff going on coming back. Just to let you know, for the accounting team, we are this close, if you could see my fingers, only inches away. We are this close to providing a solution for you to send an email out with your invoices that have the invoices as a hyperlink inside the email that hyperlinks to the PDF. So we now have that PDF solution. We are not doing an attached PDF, because if you think about all of your service accounts of people who email you the invoices, they don't email you the invoices. Most of them don't directly in it, but you will receive an email, hey, your current invoice, click here to look at it. We're doing the same thing. It is service provider industry standard. We're sending out these with a hyperlink, but you know what else we got coming with that? Digital tear sheets. How many of you have been sitting back waiting for digital tear sheets? It's going to come out with this solution too. Okay? And so if you are leveraging Digital Studio. Your production team is using our tools to do their part of their job in our system, the way that it's designed, enterprise architecture, all this wonderful stuff. Then you've got the page numbers and you've got that uploaded PDF of that finished page. That is your electronic tear sheet that's going to be able to be, you're going to have an option when you send those invoices, when we release this, and I'm thinking it's January, February. I mean, it's right around the corner, only a couple of releases away, to be able to send the invoices as PDFs and include digital tear sheets. Again, the solution's got to be chatted about with your software consultant. We'll walk you through how to do that. High-level description. You should be using Digital Studio to flat plan and uploading your finished pages that you send to the printer for printing. You're going to upload those same high-res PDF pages to there. Package billing, we've got some package billing solutions coming down, and a whole new group buy, BUI, group buy. And this is going to be a solution for a handful of our clients. If you guys have a lot of zones, newspapers, you have 5 or 6 different versions of the papers on different schedules, different rate cards and stuff. This is going to be an order entry solution to greatly speed up the order entry for certain handful of clients here. So thank you guys again today. Wonderful hour. I look forward to hearing from my clients and anybody else. Reach out to me, reach out to Mary Kate, reach out to Stefan or Dennis, and we are all here. We're an extension of your team. We are here to make you better users of Magazine and Newspaper Manager. And with that, thank you very much. Have a great day.